नमस्ते गुरुजी। नमस्ते गुरुजी। जय गुरुजी महाराज। जय गुरुजी संगत जी। मल्टीलिंगुअल ग्लोबल सेवादार टीम आप सबका इस प्लेटफॉर्म पे स्वागत करती है। जैसा कि आप सब जानते हैं कि पिछले कुछ महीनों से we get together every Saturday as Sangat for the book reading sessions of Guruji's divine book, Guruji Life and Spiritualism, authored by Chabilendra Raul Uncle. इसी श्रृंखला को आगे बढ़ाते हुए आज हम सब एक बार फिर इकट्ठे हुए हैं for the 19th session, which is chapter 7, the human facets. इस चैप्टर का इनिशियल पार्ट हैज बीन कवर्ड इन द लास्ट सेशन एंड आज के सेशन में इस चैप्टर को हम कंटिन्यू करेंगे। आज का सेशन कंडक्ट करने के लिए हमारे साथ जो संगत जुड़ी हैं वो है अर्चना श्रीवास्तव आंटी जी एंड अनुजा मारवा आंटी जी। अर्चना श्रीवास्तव आंटी जी will conduct this session as a reader, along with Anuja Marwa auntie as an interventionist. And of course, we have Raul uncle with us. Before I start this session, I will quickly give you an introduction of the guest today. Mrs. Archana Srivastav is a postgraduate in clinical psychology, University of Allahabad, Department of Psychology, year 1998. Practicing in India and US for more than 2 decades, born and brought up in Prayagraj, and now a US citizen. She started going to Guruji Maharaj since 2003 at Empire Estate. We welcome you, Archana auntie. Next we have Jai Guruji. Next we have with us Anuja Marwa auntie ji. She's an architect from the renowned Chandigarh College of Architecture. After working in big firms on many prestigious projects, including the renovation of Shirdi Temple Complex, she started her own practice in 1998. She has been designing customized residences since last 25 years and has been part of big projects like Magnolias and Camellias. She's a Guruji devotee since 2013. We welcome you, Anuja auntie. Next we have, of course, Raul uncle. Dr. Chabilendra Raul, author of the book Guruji Life and Spiritualism, was called Rahul by Guruji. Raul uncle had darshan of Guruji during his Jalandhar days. He's a retired civil servant and presently member, Central Administrative Tribunal, Delhi. Welcome you, Raul uncle. So without taking much of time, I would request Archana auntie to kindly proceed with the session, with the reading of the session. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji, Shukrana, Guruji Maharaj, His Holiness Param Pujya Guruji Maharaj के चरण कमलों में कोटि कोटि प्रणाम, शत शत नमन, सारी प्यारी संगत जी, नमस्कार, जय गुरु जी. Hope everyone is doing very well with Guruji's grace. And namaskar to all the esteemed readers, analysts, and interventionists, and of course, Dr. Raul uncle. Again, today we are going to read this very divine, very beautiful book by Raul uncle. And I have been assigned few pages. I'll read them, and at the same time, I'll try to emphasize on the points where I also feel that I have also witnessed something like that with Guruji, since we came to Guruji Sharan in 2003, and after that there was no looking back at all. Until now, it's such a wonderful journey with Guruji's grace that every day feels like new. It's a new day with Guruji. And speaking of time, it's quite late here. It's like 1 a.m., like past 10 past 1 a.m. So almost like Amrit Vela time, more or less for me. But whatever Guruji's wish is, his wish, my command. And it's a weekend. So it's very practical, as Guruji also says, he's a practical guru. So without further delay, we'll start reading. And I'll try to read not like word by word or line by line, but I'll try to read as I said, the paragraphs where I also feel very connected. And see, this book is a treasure. So every word written by Raul Uncle, every sentence, every word, every paragraph has such a deep meaning. And it's like so many layers are there. So every time we read, or even a certain word can definitely bring a lot of new meanings along with it. So we'll focus on those words. I will start now. So last session by Auntie, she has read up to page 182. And I am supposed to read from 183 to 190. So I'll just start with this, where Guruji Maharaj blessed the car, the Mercedes of the Sikh gentleman who came with his beautiful wife. And Guruji had amazing ways to bless the Sangat. His ways were so unique and so, I would say, customized to every Sangat. Like for a particular Sangat, he'll bless something in a different way. But at the same time, another Sangat, he'll bless with a very different way. So it was never same. It was similar, but it was never same. So speaking of car, blessing the car, as the page starts with, the car satsang that Guruji, he drove the Mercedes for 1.5 kilometers like an expert driver and handed over the keys to the gentleman, stating, "Bless Kita." Now, Guruji did that and said, "Bless Kita." And that reminds me of our satsang with the car, associated with the car with Guruji. So when we moved to Gurgaon, we were very new, very young. And of course, we were just starting in life. So we bought a car. And then after some time, with Guruji's grace, we bought a bigger car. Now, we took the keys, and that again is Guruji's design. We never thought of anything. It was not that we were planning something, that we will do this and we'll get the car keys blessed by Guruji. No, it was very, very spontaneous as planned by Guruji. So we went to the Darbar with our new car keys, and the very first day we took the car to Guruji's Darbar, Empire State. And as everyone knows, we used to park the cars outside the community, since it was a gated community. And then we walked inside, and after the Langar Prasad time, which was a very slightly informal time, where Guruji Maharaj used to be more relaxed and more like, it felt like you could just, say something, and he was more accessible, I would say. Because other than that, nobody dared utter a word. Trust me, when he was in those 2 hours, the Shabad Bani time, nobody dared to say anything. And Guruji Maharaj also used to be in a trance-like state, as everyone knows. Then my husband, Vikas Uncle, he's also from IIT Delhi. He has studied, and now he's a vice president with the company here. And it's all Guruji's grace. So that time we moved from UK. And Gurgaon, of course, was a very new terrain for us. So we were very new, just settling down in our new life. And that car incident happened. We put the keys at Guruji Maharaj's feet, his lotus feet. And Guruji Maharaj, in his jovial self, he smiled, he looked, and he said, "Oi, gaddi leli, sanu bhi lele." Oh my goodness, we were like flabbergasted. We came out with so much joy, like jumping with joy in our hearts, because that was like Guruji Maharaj's reassurance for us that you got this, now you get me. And since then, it's all Maharaj's grace. Whatever car we drive here, we always consider that Guruji Maharaj is the one who is driving the car. He's on the driving seat, and we are mere enjoying the ride. So that's a very beautiful and very close to my heart satsang associated with the car. And now, as Uncle said, beautiful things about Guruji Maharaj's control over the senses. Now, this is very important here because, see, Guruji Maharaj appeared to us human beings, as one of us, right? Like we are talking about his human attributes. But he was not one of us. Come on, he was not. He appeared to us, he just took that form so we could connect to him. So we could feel that he's like one of us, and we could be free with him without any, hesitations, or without, like Guruji Maharaj himself said, अगर मैं अपने असली रूप में आ जाऊं ना तो तुम लोग भाग जाओगे, तो बैठ भी नहीं सकते यहाँ. And he used to dim his light just because we were not that high voltage bulbs. Since our capacity, our limitations, he knew, so he used to control his radiance, his urja, his energy, only up to that much where we were able to receive it. Otherwise, वही होता कि हम तो झेल भी नहीं पाते, सहन भी नहीं कर पाते उतनी ऊर्जा को. So, Guruji Maharaj, of course, had so much control over his own senses because, as I said, he was way above us. Like एक बार गुरुजी ने जब किसी को कहा, तुसी सारे कीड़े मकोड़े नजर आते हो, and that was so true. हम सब तो कीड़े मकोड़े ही हैं उनके सामने, and he, महाशिव, साक्षात धरती पे आके हमारे सामने बैठे इस ह्यूमन चोले में. It was like Krishna just doing all the frolics with Pandavas, and they never realized that he's God himself. The same way, Guruji Maharaj had so much control over all his human senses because, of course, he's the one who created all. So, for us to understand Guruji, it was beyond our sensory capacity or our limited sensory perception. Because he could do anything, of course, he could do anything. He had that much control over all his human five senses, of course. And for us, it was very difficult to understand. Until now, I don't think there's any point trying to understand Guruji because we cannot. Our senses, our intellect, everything is limited, and our perception, with that, we cannot fathom Guruji Maharaj's true nature. So here, Uncle says more about the sensory control of Guruji Maharaj, that Guruji himself adopted a life of celibacy, but he would not advise his devotees to follow suit as a matter of strict fellowship. So that reminds me, of course, Guruji Maharaj to जैसे कहते थे ऐश करो का मतलब not in a bad sense or negative sense, but live the life to the fullest. Enjoy your life because I am here to take care of everything else. That was his promise to the Sangat. And especially to young couple, he was very, very kind, very benevolent, very kind, because he used to bless them with children, he used to bless them with good life, and to a certain Sangat, he even said, "Ithe kya kar rahe ho, honeymoon pe jao." So he was that practical, as a matter of fact. And then Uncle wrote very beautifully here that the Darbar was, of course, no less than Indralok, everyone knows. So Uncle wrote, the epics and Puranic literature are full of stories of how highly acclaimed sages, rishis, gods, and demigods have fallen for the beauty of apsaras, that is, cosmic dancers and singers, and other earthly beauties. There were hundreds of beautiful ladies and young girls among the followers of Guruji. But being the saint he was, he never ever evinced any interest in them. And I can vouch for that because we were there witnessing all that. Guruji hardly even looked at anyone, even like dancing or performing anything in front of him, he hardly looked up. And somewhere we never ever even felt that we are going to some, mortal guru like any other guru, where we have to uh, be cautious of certain things and all that. Never ever. Even though the darbar was full of, let me tell you, all the page 3 celebrities, and especially the ones, uh, they were very, very popular as well, and the TV personalities, the media personalities. So the darbar almost looked like Indralok, heaven on earth. Because फर्क यही तो होता है ना, सब तरफ everything is like so beautiful and so rosy, and everything is so just so good. And that same way Darbar, Guruji's Darbar was, because of course he himself was there, sitting there. So that was a very lovely aspect of Guruji's Darbar. Then Uncle writes about Guruji's, like, see, with Guruji, what I experienced with Guruji, everyone's experience will be very unique and different. There's no general perception about Guruji, maybe a very vague one, but every Sangat felt about Guruji where Guruji wanted him or her to feel about him at his or her level. So for some Sangats, Guruji was very like pally, very friendly, like a companion. He used to take them, the Sangat group, to 5-star hotels for chai, coffee, ice cream. And to some Sangats, he used to take them to movies as well, even though Guruji had no interest in going to movies, because just for the heck of seeing the movie. He never was interested in watching the movie. He was there under the pretext of, he was pretending to be there, because his hidden agenda was something else, to bless the people there. Even I remember a very, very funny, not funny, but this one is something, wherever I share, people are like gasping. So I'll tell. Once I got to know from Bhati Auntie, of course, Bhati Auntie, who took us to Guruji, and Guruji made her the medium to bring us to him. So Guruji के यहाँ से जब हम निकलते थे दरबार से बाहर, so we used to walk towards our cars outside the gate. And that used to be the walk where हम सबसे ज़्यादा हम सत्संग शेयर करते थे, क्योंकि हमारे पास बात करने के लिए कुछ भी और नहीं होता था, सिर्फ गुरुजी के बारे में. And that time Bhati Auntie told me, and we were very new, that गुरुजी ने कहा कि गुरुजी शाहरुख खान की मूवी देखने गए थे, एंड गुरुजी ने मूवी देख के आके कहा, मैंने उनकी बैक ठीक कर दी थी. And everyone knew that that time Shahrukh Khan was suffering from a very severe back problem, which was not getting cured anywhere. He came to US and he got himself treated here also, but nothing happened. And Guruji ne sirf movie dekh ke Shahrukh Khan ki back theek kar di. And that was such a like such a lovely satsang. And I was like, अरे गुरुजी ऐसे भी करते हैं, like movie देख के किसी को ठीक कर दिया. So we never can understand what Guruji can do and how he does it. Like his ways are amazing and very unique. Only God can do things like this. So Uncle writes here that he does not need external stimulation, that is sensory inputs, to get contentment. Of course, because we are the mortal ones here. Like we have our sensory limitations and we are dependent on our 5 senses to experience the world around us, and we have the direct sensory experience through our senses. But with Guruji, he doesn't need any external stimulation, because he himself is Sampuran. So this beautiful control over the senses ends here. Now we come to a very, very funny, not funny, but yeah, very, as Guruji's sense of humor, we all know, the witticism of Guruji. Now, this one is hilarious. So Sangat used to come to Guruji, and Guruji had a very funny way to say things like these. I'm reading here. Guruji had an uncanny sense of humor and witticism. He would beautifully construct acronyms for many government services. The following are his acronyms. Number 1, IAS. I am superior, Indra and Sanjay. I agree, sir. Then IPS, Indian Patni or Wife Service. ASC, Aata Sabji Chor Service. PWD, Pant Wale Pants, Pant Wale Dacoits. Wow. CBI, Corrupt Bureau of India. Wife, worry invited forever. Husband, horse under severe burden and no diversion. PhD, pagal hone ka dar. Oh my goodness, only Guruji can have this kind of sense of humor. And speaking of his sense of humor and this, one I also witnessed that one such acronym. So we went to Guruji and it was like quite late. We were about to take Agya after Langar and all. Very few people were there. So one lady, one auntie ahead of me, she bowed down to Guruji. And Guruji suddenly said, he chuckled. He said, Auntie, kithu aayi? And that auntie responded, Guruji, Noida. And Guruji said, Noida, no idea. And everyone started laughing there. So that I witnessed, but the hidden meaning was very deep for me because, as I said, we were very new to Gurgaon, in Gurgaon. We were in DLF phase 5, earlier in phase 4, and then Guruji got us a new house in phase 5. And that time, because of some, we had more family in Noida. So we were thinking like we were kind of in dilemma that should we move to Noida or we just stay here in Gurgaon? And that day I got my answer. It was for me. Noida, no idea. And yeah, so we stayed in Gurgaon. And again, I continue reading. He would joke about some sangat. He would invariably address couples having love marriage as "Aao, love marriage, aao." A gentleman from Delhi went for a European vacation for the summer. Every year he would go for such vacations a couple of times. Guruji jokingly would say that the gentleman has gone for a honeymoon without his wife. He would talk about an industrialist who had flats in major cities for his concubines. For the merchant navy guys, he would say that they have a wife at every port of call. Okay, and believe you me, Sangatji, many times it happened. It was like reality. It happened in a way that only Guruji knew who is doing what, and that used to be true. And of course, I wouldn't name here because, of course, lot of issues and just we don't want to breach someone's privacy. But Guruji said to somebody that about his second or third wife also. So yeah, he knew everything. He knew nothing was hidden from his sight, and he knew each and everything. Whatever, even the society doesn't know, he used to know. Now we come to the Moj or Leela of Guruji. Now, this was my favorite part as Sangat, and we used to go there, sit in silence for 2 hours of that divine Shabad Bani, that atmosphere, the ambience, Guruji Maharaj's divine presence there, his aura, Shahanshahon ke Shahanshah. Like so royal, so regal, so magnificent. We cannot imagine when he used to sit on his gaddi. Literally, that energy field was so high. And I was very, I would say, vulnerable and receptive, both. Because I used to sense a lot of energy around Guruji. And maybe it's the vice versa, it's the other way around, that Guruji let me sense that energy around him. And then after that, Langar started. Langar used to start, and during the Langar time, first the bhajan, Dolly Guleria's bhajan, auntie's bhajan, Om Namah Shivaya used to play. तो वो लगता था दूर कहीं से आवाज आ रही है, because we used to be so meditative by that time. And वो होता था एक तरह का informal ring for langar. And then we used to think, okay, now langar is coming. And everyone, of course, everyone knows that we used to start sitting facing each other. And बाकी जो एक्स्ट्रा संगत है बाहर चली जाती थी. उसके बाद लंगर के समय चलते थे बिल्कुल पेपी वाले पंजाबी numbers. And that was like music to ears, and of course music to your soul as well. I used to love them. Like I paid so much attention to them that time also, that I remember each and every song जो गुरुजी के यहाँ चलता था. I'm not from a Punjabi background, so for me they were so new. Even then, I could not only understand, I could enjoy the music, the lyrics, everything. And that was mostly from the old Punjabi folk numbers, Surinder Kaur, Prakash Kaur. Later, I came to know about the names of the singers. That time, I did not even know the names of the singers. One was even Jazzy Beast, Jine Mera Dil Lutiya, Jine Mainu Maar Sutiya. Oh my God, that used to be my favorite one. And that was such a joyous, such a hilarious, and such like full of masti, full of, that anand. ऐसा वाला वहां पे वो माहौल बन जाता था. गुरुजी महाराज भी बिल्कुल अपना थोड़ा वो वाला अवतार से बाहर निकल के थोड़ा और ज्यादा संगत से बात करने लगते थे. And that used to be the time. So Uncle wrote about it, of course, the folk songs of Punjab. He used to listen to the famous folk renderings of Surinder Kaur, mother of Dolly Guleria, Sukhi Brar, of course. Sukhi Brar even आज साढ़े गुरु आवणा जी, एंड इनके ये वाले भी बहुत चलते थे. जेड़ा गुरु चरणा विच आया ओदा बेड़ा पार लग गया. एंड उसके साथ में और भी थे, उसी के 2-3 सीरीज में थे. एंड एक्चुअली वी आल्सो गॉट द सीडी आल्सो फ्रॉम दरबार, फ्रॉम बड़े मंदिर. जेड़ा गुरु चरणा विच आया, मेरे गुरु जेड़ा होर कोई ना. These were the ones जो लंगर के टाइम पे चलते थे, काफी ऊंची वॉल्यूम में चलते थे, बिकॉज गुरुजी के यहाँ पे शबद हो या ये भजन हो, फोक सॉन्ग्स हो, सब कुछ बहुत हाई वॉल्यूम पे रहता था. गुरुजी इज ऑलवेज लार्जर देन लाइफ. गुरुजी का कोई काम कभी भी सटल नहीं होता है. एवरीथिंग इज लार्जर देन लाइफ. सो हंसराज हंस, ऑफ कोर्स, बड़े मंदिर में हमने उनको सामने से सुना. ही केम देयर, ही परफॉर्म्ड ऑन गुरुजी's बर्थडे. And Gurdas Maan, Sufi songs, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, Qawwaliyan, of course, Qawwaliyan, Tum Ek Gorakh Dhanda Ho, Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan की Qawwali, and Swason Ki Mala Pe Simra Main Tera Naam, ये दोनों मुझे याद हैं. And he was fond of the Dhadi, Tumbi folk songs by Yamla Jatt and Surinder Kaur. Yes, so Guruji was very, like, he used to love Punjab. He used to love the old Punjab, his pinned and all the old Punjabi folk singers, and he blessed Punjab and he blessed the singers so much. Even Hansraj Hans, narrated his own story that how he was like, he himself said that he was nothing. And then one day Guruji just, called him inside his temple. And since that day, there was no looking back. There was certain Mr. Tiwana, Uncle wrote about, and I also heard about him, that he used to do a wonderful dance performance in front of Guruji. So Guruji used to love the dance and one-act performances by late Harpal Tiwana and Gulab Kaur. When the duo would come to Guruji's darshan, they would invariably be asked to enact a small one-act play. Mr. Tiwana would be asked to perform a dance program to the song Tu Cheez Badi Hai Mast Mast. Similarly, when the Kuchipudi dancer Radha Reddy and Raja Reddy and their daughter would come for darshan, they would be asked to perform a Kuchipudi dance. In one of the functions in Bade Mandir, they performed in full dance regalia in front of the thousands of Sangat present in Bade Mandir. Yes, that I remember. So Radha Reddy, they performed. Guruji loved the dance performances of Jyoti, his niece, to the song Dupatta Tera Satrang Da. Again, a very old Punjabi number. And very peppy one. And people, Sangat must have watched the degree video also, the wedding video where Guruji went, and how the Sangat is just enjoying to the fullest, and they're dancing, and that Keda Keda song, Keda Keda, yeah, that was the song. And they are just dancing so freely as if, like, everything is so good there, everything is so beautiful, they're just enjoying to the fullest. Because, of course, Guruji Maharaj is sitting there. So that Dugri video is very much there, and Sangat also loves watching that. He would, okay, Rinku uncle. When Rinku of Malerkotla would come for Guruji's darshan, he would invariably be asked to perform a bhangra to the Punjabi tunes during functions or on special occasions. Guruji would ask DJ uncle to put dance numbers, and the Sangat would be asked to dance to the beats. Yes, Rinku uncle I remember very much, because he performed also. He used to perform bhangra in front of Guruji Maharaj. Also, his CDs were there, and उनके गाने मैनू चाहिदा ना महल मकान और उसी सीडी का 2-3 और भजन उनके बहुत चलते थे बड़े मंदिर में. And we also received his CD from बड़े मंदिर, and we still have it, even though वो कार में हर समय चल चल के अब बिल्कुल भी चलने लायक नहीं रही है, but I still have the cover of the CD. So मैनू चाहिदा ना महल और गुरुजी दी शोभा ये नाम था सीडी का कवर पे, और बड़े मंदिर का फोटो बना था. गुरुजी की शोभा, मैनू चाहिदा ना महल मकान, ये सारे उसके सीरीज के उसमें भजन है. So yeah, that is very fond memory of Rinku uncle's performances. And the Sangat would be asked to dance to the beats. Yes, Bade Mandir mein 2000, which year was it? Maybe 6, I'm not sure. When Hansraj Hans came and we were there, जब बारिश होने के पूरे chances थे, and Guruji just looked up and there was no rain at all. और जब हम वापस गुड़गांव जा रहे थे तो इतनी वाटर लॉगिंग थी रोड्स पे कि लग रहा था कि बादल ही फट गए हैं यहाँ पे. तो that time Sangat danced to the fullest, to their hearts, full with Guruji's love, and I was one of them. Just such a beautiful memory to cherish for life. You can never forget these moments. These are your golden moments. Okay. Some followers after Guruji left his work, this world, make it a point that such dance programs should be part and parcels of satsangs. There was nothing like that which had been prescribed by Guruji as a routine or ritual to be followed. That's very important here. There was nothing which was prescribed by Guruji as a routine, because Guruji ने कुछ लोगों को कुछ करने के लिए कहा, कुछ को कुछ करने के लिए कहा. Nothing is black or white here. There's always, Guruji के साथ में everything is not very, clear cut pravachan, do's and don'ts, 10 commandments. No. Guruji gave so much flexibility, so much liberty to each his own. That kind of thing. Because Guruji ने कुछ लोगों को शिवपुराण पढ़ने को बोला, कुछ को कहा क्या जरूरत है पढ़ने की, कुछ को कहा ऑटोबायोग्राफी ऑफ योग पढ़ने के लिए, कुछ को कुछ भी नहीं कहा. So you never know. And same with the dances during satsang. Like ऐसा नहीं था कि Empire State में every day we used to dance. ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं था. Rather it was very, very, very disciplined environment. But बड़े मंदिर में big functions पे जो 5 functions होते थे, of course there used to be a lot of dance. So it's totally Guruji's wish. Mr. Joshi, an IPS officer of Punjab cadre, was an ardent follower of Guruji, who loved his repartee of jokes. He would be asked to crack jokes whenever he would come to pay his respect to Guruji at Sector 33, Chandigarh, or Empire State. Ankur, his nephew and son of Krishna, was good at imitating the mannerism of people. Guruji would ask him to perform his imitations in front of the Sangat at Empire State. So, see, Guruji was so fun-loving. Now we have another page here, master strategist. Guruji was a master strategist in breaking the egos of individuals. He would show people their places very slowly. Yes, I know that. Yes, I won't name, but there was a big politician leader auntie, and I have heard that she had a lot of ego when she came to Guruji, and Guruji gave her seva of picking up the utensils, langar thalis, after the langar was served and Sangat ate. So that kind of broke her ego. And of course, everyone has a journey. So we are not at all judging anyone. It's only Guruji and the Sangat. It is between the Sangat and Guruji. We are nobody. So The followers who grew bigger than their shoes were shown the door. Mhm. He knew the limits, the aspirations, the hunger for power, and everything about the exploiters among his sevadars and would show them the door. This I know. Sukhi auntie from Ireland, she has been very, very devoted Sangat to Guruji Maharaj. She shared with me, who all were there and who all were there to just take advantage of Guruji and maybe some political connections also. They just wanted to use the connections and they were definitely shown the door. And up to a point that Guruji banned their entries as well. गुरुजी ने कितने लोगों को तो आने ही नहीं दिया, कितने लोगों को तो गुरुजी ने एक बार में ही भगा दिया. रादर गुरुजी यूज्ड टू से कि जिसका काम भी अगर मेरे को जिसको मुझे अपने पास नहीं रखना है उसका काम मैं फटाफट करके उसको भगा देता हूँ, अपने पास रखता नहीं हूँ. सो अगर काम के लिए खाली गए हैं तो डेफिनेटली गुरुजी विल won't keep you. Okay. He would take care of the sevadars employed ones, not from Sangat, of their personal and family needs and treat them with utmost regard, love and affection. So इसमें नाम दिए हैं उन्होंने अंकल ने सारे. हम लोग तो सिर्फ जो सेवादार वहाँ पे सामने होते थे, कक्कड़ अंकल एंड सिंगला अंकल, उनको ही जानते थे. एंड जोशी आंटी ऑफ कोर्स वी यूज्ड टू बी देयर एज सेवादार अंकल एंड आंटी, पीपी अंकल, इन सबको ही जानते थे. बट अदर संगत सेवादार्स उनके नाम यहाँ पे दिए हैं. द केयर सुदामा द केयर टेकर ऑफ जलंधर मंदिर एंड ओकेजनल सेवादार एट एम्पायर स्टेट. Chotu, Chandan, and Amma, the domestic helpers of Sudha Aunty at Empire State. Ram Avatar, the gardener, and his wife, the two other gardeners and caretakers of Bade Mandir, all testified the beautiful relationship they were sharing with the finest human being, the revered Guruji. So Guruji used to take care of the staff members so much. So I remember कि गुरुजी ने कहा था कि जो ड्राइवर्स आते हैं उनको पहले लंगर सर्व होगा. This I remember. They were also blessed from time to time for having children and other gains in life. Guruji would treat the Sevadars with utmost regard, love, and affection. Sagan and Sudama have a repartee of anecdotes about Guruji from the time when he was staying in Jalandhar. So यहाँ पे अंकल ने एक और इंसिडेंट लिखा है उर्वशी आंटी के साथ का. One day Guruji directed to Urvashi to come to the Ahuja's residence at 3 p.m. so that we could accompany him to the residence of then Chief Justice Punjab and Haryana High Court. A satsang was organized by Honorable Chief Justice K. Sridharan at his official residence. For some reason or sheer negligence, we got delayed, and by the time we reached the Ahuja's, Guruji had left for Chandigarh. Mami ji, who was there for Guruji's seva, informed us that Guruji was waiting for us and left after some delay. We rushed back to Chandigarh to the residence of the Chief Justice. The limited number of invitees, keeping the protocol of the Chief Justice, mostly from the judiciary, were taking their leave. We paid our respects to Guruji and we were ushered to the designated place where snacks were being served. Guruji neither uttered a word to us nor looked at us. While we were having snacks, he left the place. We hurriedly finished the snack and also took leave from the Honorable Chief Justice. We learned our lesson. Never be negligent in the matters of punctuality with Guruji. He expected complete surrender of the disciple. You should leave aside everything and comply with his orders. It was a lesson we learned quite early in our initiation to his fold. Yes, Guruji loves, I won't say loved, Guruji loves punctuality. And Guruji Maharaj उस टाइम पे भी जब गुरुजी महाराज अपने गद्दी पर आके बैठ जाते हैं और संगत आनी शुरू होती है, when he was sitting there, it's like he's waiting for us. This should be the other way around. We should be there to welcome Guruji, to wait for him, not the other way around. We cannot keep Guruji waiting for us. Now, cleanliness, physical and mental. So definitely I can say that cleanliness is next to godliness. Of course, everyone knows that. But in Guruji's Darbar, Empire State or Bade Mandir, I have seen like spick and span, like every nook and corner of the Darbar, Bade Mandir ho ya Empire State ho, it used to be so clean, not even a particle of dust or dirt or anything. So even the bathrooms of Empire State, I visited only once, let me tell you, because I was full-time pregnant with my daughter. And so otherwise I refrained, using the washrooms there. And I used it, and even the washroom was so good, and I was so impressed with the level of hygiene and everything. And later Guruji, after that, single uncle announced one day that Guruji यहाँ पे बैठे रहते हैं, please आप लोग bathroom नहीं जाएं. And that was actually true. And उसके बाद जो सामने का प्लॉट था, एम्पायर स्टेट के सामने का बड़ा सा एक प्लॉट था, उसमें ही रेस्टरूम्स बन गए थे संगत के लिए. So that problem got solved. And बड़े मंदिर also. So uncle writes here, Guruji would give utmost importance to the cleanliness of the premises and the surrounding areas, houses, including bathrooms and kitchens. Yes, kitchen used to be, oh my God, so clean. लगता ही नहीं था यहाँ पे कुछ हुआ है, यहाँ कुछ खाना बना है, ऐसा कुछ हुआ है. He would politely refuse food cooked by a devotee or a cook lacking sincerity and the right frame of mind. In addition, he would avoid taking food cooked in a kitchen not properly cleaned. One time he commented to an auntie to go and find a ton of dirt in the nooks and corners of the kitchen and in the cupboards. Yes. Guruji would prefer the Sangha to put on clean clothes. Yes, very much. On 1 and 2 occasions, he had politely pointed out respectable ladies in the Sangha to take a bath and put on freshly washed and clean clothes before coming to Guruji's darbar. The idea of mental cleanliness was emphasized in the sayings, Man saaf hona chahida. That means the mind should be cleaned of the cobwebs of wavering thoughts. And positive sochya karo. That means adopt positive thinking. Yes, so Guruji Maharaj used to ooze out so much radiance. Of course, because he is God, he was sitting there. We were in the same room, breathing in the same air as him. Being there in the same room with him was such a privilege. How could we take it lightly? जब महाराज वहां पे इतने अपने रॉयल अवतार में बैठे हुए हैं, तो ऑफ कोर्स सारी संगत भी, everyone used to reflect, Guruji Maharaj's reflection was there on every sangat. So sangat used to dress up and look very beautiful, like dressed to the T, and come to Guruji Maharaj. And speaking of cleanliness in Bade Mandir, I got the blessed opportunity and seva to do some cleaning service in Bade Mandir. That time we never called it seva also, to be honest. I never thought of it as seva. I was like, this is my job. This I have to do. It's like your home. You have to keep it clean. And kahin pe bhi kuch bhi dikhe, you just clean it. पोछे की बाल्टी उठाओ और साफ कर दो. So yes, with Guruji's grace, I've been a part of it. Now, organization and management skills. Guruji had the uncanny ability and skills of managing the competitiveness among the Sangat, control of the numbers of Sangat to be present on a particular day, managing large functions single-handedly with suitable delegation of authority with adequate supervision and superb follow-up. Yes, we have seen बड़े मंदिर में जब बड़े फंक्शंस होते थे, ओ माय गॉड, इतनी संगत आती थी, बट मजाल है कि कुछ भी मिसमैनेजमेंट हो. लंगर प्रसाद से लेकर जो पूरा अरेंजमेंट्स होते थे, एवरीथिंग यूज्ड टू बी सो परफेक्ट. लाइक कभी भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि कोई भी मिसमैनेजमेंट हुआ हो कि लाइन किसी ने कट कर दी हो या फिर कहीं पे कुछ ऐसा हो गया हो. एंड एवरीथिंग यूज्ड टू बी सो ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, सो सिस्टमैटिक एंड सो स्ट्रक्चर्ड इन सच अ डिसिप्लिन्ड वे. ऑफ कोर्स बिकॉज गुरुजी वाज देयर. Now, control of the number of sangat on a particular day. Guruji would direct some sangat to come after a week or 15 days to have his darshan. Some were completely banned to come to the sangat for reasons best known to Guruji, for sure. Others would be called on a particular day of the week. This would ensure that the Sangat place at the villa in Empire State, the Sector 33 house in Chandigarh, or General Ahuja's place in Panchkula was not flooded with Sangat, creating nuisance for the neighbors and problems for the Sevadars. Yes, because see, eventually Sudha Auntie's home was a residential property, right? It was just a house. But with Guruji's grace, so much of Sangat could accommodate there. Like, we just didn't know how the place is expanding or what. Because jitni bhi Sangat aa jaye, wo बहुत आराम से बैठ जाते थे. And me in my full term of pregnancy, right from day 1 to my day I delivered my daughter, a day prior to that, I was going to Guruji Maharaj and sitting on the floor. And I never felt any discomfort. So Guruji Maharaj creates the space also. At the same time, he controls the number of the sangats, because Empire State maybe not everyone, not all the neighbors were very nice that time. I remember Kakkad uncle once told, my husband was there and Kakkad uncle said, uncle, इधर उधर बहुत ज्यादा नहीं वॉक करना नहीं तो नेबर्स जो है थोड़ा ऑब्जेक्शन करते हैं. So yeah, but of course now they all are big devotees to Guruji. Now, managing large functions. Guruji used to manage all the arrangements for the large gatherings of Sangat on special occasions. He would delegate various tasks to different chosen Sangat with his personal touch in broad planning. So yeah, Guruji used to delegate all the sevas, assign the sevas to the sevadas, to the Sangat uncles and aunties. So he used to, and Guruji used to be the mastermind behind everything, because Guruji ही सबको कौन किस, अगर गुरुजी का कॉन्वॉय जा रहा है, काफिला उनका जो चलता था हमेशा, एंड उसमें भी कौन किस गाड़ी में बैठेगा, कौन किसके पीछे रहेगा, कौन किसके साथ जाएगा, only Guruji used to decide. Now, he was set through the functions to give personal and physical darshan to the Sangat. There were initially no barriers, and each and everybody could touch his feet. But as the crowd swelled to several thousands, the devotees would be allowed to pay their respect by bowing their head from a distance, and subsequently to do pranam in a standing position. So we have seen videos of badi mandirs, big functions also, where Guruji does a hand movement, a hand gesture like this. एंड वो आगे चलने को तो बोलते हैं संगत को, बट उनका एक और उसके पीछे बहुत ही डिवाइन पर्पस होता था, मूव इन लाइफ, गो हेड इन लाइफ ऑल्सो. सो जैसे हम एम्पायर स्टेट जाते थे तो कभी कभी ऊपर भी बैठने को मिल जाता था, जब नीचे बहुत संगत हो जाती थी. वी वर सेंट अपस्टेयर्स ऑन द सेकंड फ्लोर. नाउ दैट टाइम अच्छा नहीं लगता था कि यहाँ से गुरुजी महाराज दिखते नहीं है, एंड स्पेशली ऑन द स्टेयर्स. आई यूज्ड टू सिट ऑन द स्टेयर्स. लेटर आई गॉट टू नो, गुरुजी ने कहा कि प्रमोशन कर दिया तो ऊपर भेज दिया, और अपग्रेड कर दिया जिनको, उन्हें ऊपर बैठने को भेजा. ओके, वेल एंड गुड देन. These were Maharaj's ways, and they were so amazing. There were no complaints of eve teasing, theft, or misdemeanor in the crowd of devotees, for sure. Now, concern for marginalized people. This is very important here. As I said, Guruji Maharaj had a very special place in his heart for the downtrodden. Like Mahatma Gandhi's, Antyodaya. Antyodaya means the end person of the society, the lowest strata of the society should get benefits of all the advantages and schemes and plannings. The same way, Guruji Maharaj picked his Sangat and chosen, the Sangats were handpicked by Guruji Maharaj, and they were comprised of all the stratas of society. Not only the upper class, not only the upper middle, but the lower as well. And I remember Guruji Maharaj once, Bhati auntie again told me this satsang when I heard the Shah Rukh Khan satsang that Guruji Maharaj ने Empire State के सामने कहीं पे कोई एक vegetable vendor थे जो सब्जियों का ठेला लगाते थे, and he was almost blind. He didn't have enough money to go for an operation and get his surgery done. And Guruji Maharaj ने एक बार उनके उस ठेले पे रुक के उनको bless कर दिया. He got his vision back. His eyesight was restored, and he didn't need the surgery after that. And I was so impressed. I was like, wow, Guruji, Shah Rukh Khan se lekar sabji wale tak ko, matlab look at the range. Guruji ka bless karne ka wo ekdam uppermost strata of the society to this one, the downtrodden one. So Guruji Maharaj के लिए सब बराबर है, सबके ऊपर Guruji Maharaj की कृपा बिल्कुल एक जैसी रहती है. This was such a beautiful part of Guruji Maharaj's blessings. So Uncle writes here, some of them would realize the spirituality of the master and become part of the general Sangat. Others would continue with the sense of superiority and enlarged egos and keep a distance from the ordinary folk. Yeah, the big inflated egos. It is the ordinary folk who were never away from the love, affection, and blessings of Guruji. When Chai Prasad or Langar would be served, Guruji ensured that the drivers, the security personnel of VVIPs, the guards, and other Sevadas were served timely and properly. He would invariably inquire about their well being. Even the security guards at the hotel are blessed with his pleasantries. So गुरुजी महाराज का मुझे याद है कि बाद में मैंने अभी कभी सत्संग में सुना था कि गुरुजी महाराज ने कहा कि अमीर आदमी जो होता है वो तो मेरे पास आ सकता है, उसके पास तो लाइक ही हैज द रिसोर्सेस एंड मींस to come to me and he has the time. गरीब आदमी बेचारा अपनी रोजी रोटी के ही चिंता में लगा रहता है, उसके पास तो इतने रिसोर्सेस भी नहीं होते, तो मैं खुद उनको जाके ब्लेस करता हूँ, गरीब के घर में खुद जाके ब्लेस करता हूँ. That was such a beautiful satsang, and of course this is how Guruji is, this is how Guruji Maharaj blesses. Guruji was more at ease and frank with the Sevadas like Sudama, Vimal, Sagan, Masterji, Masterni, Amma, Chandan, Navraj, Dharmraj, Kishori, and others. Yeah, they were the Sevadas. These were the people with least expectations who served the spiritual master with complete devotion. Second was the chauffeur during the Jalandhar days for the Contessa, fondly called Chui Mui by Guruji because of its registration number CH01M001. Navraj would suffer from motion sickness, particularly while traveling in buses or trains. He would ride his scooter all the way from Chandigarh, not boarding a bus or train, to Empire State and stay there till Guruji allowed him to return. He would be oblivious of his sanction of leaves from the Punjab Water Supply and Sewerage Board, where he was a permanent employee. Similarly, Masterji would spend his vacations and other leave periods. He was a secondary school teacher in Himachal in service seva of Guruji. Dharamraj from the Delhi police would be available at his beck and call to drive him in and around Delhi. Kishori was there to perform the duties of the traditional barber in Jalandhar and Chandigarh, and for some time at Empire State, where Kishori was not around. When Kishori was not around, Guruji used to visit a salon in Kishangarh in Vasant Kunj for his daily shaves. He would lovingly interact with the three gardeners, their better halves, and children when he visited Badi Mandir. He would inquire about the life of the gardeners, their families staying near Badi Mandir, and the relations in their ancestral village. Mali Ram Swarup acted like the caretaker of Badi Mandir. These are the people who testify the finest humane aspects of Guruji's personality. They revered him as a friend, philosopher, and guide, and less as a spiritual master. They testify the love, regard, and compassion that Guruji bestowed on them, not the material gains for which most people clamor for. How lovely. And this concludes our reading today till page 190. And such a beautiful reading. And as I said, every time we read, we get a new insight and new meaning. So this book definitely is going to go a long way in serving Sangats, especially new Sangats, because they will be the ones who will be benefited the most, and of course the old Sangats as well. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity tonight to read the book and go through these beautiful divine pages and relive my moments also with Guruji Maharaj. So thank you. And now over to Suresh Uncle for further intervention and the other interventionist. Please. Thank you so much. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Auntie. Thank you so much for such a beautiful and vivid reading of the contents of the chapter. I would now request Anuja Auntie to continue the session.
जय गुरुजी महाराज, गुरुजी को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम और जुड़ी हुई संगतों को प्यार भरा नमस्ते. अर्चना आंटी, इट वाज सच अ लाइवली एंड फन रीडिंग. आपने एक सीरियस बुक को बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग बना दिया. आपने सारे सत्संग साथ साथ शेयर करके. आई बीन लिसनिंग टू योर सत्संग सिंस द लास्ट 5 years. गुरुजी महाराज सभी संगतों के सत्संग सुनाते हैं ताकि हम लोग उनसे सीखते रहें. और अंकल की जो बुक है राहुल अंकल की बुक मेरे पास 1.5 years पहले पहुंची थी एक ओल्ड संगत के थ्रू, जिन्होंने बोला, who was telepathically guided by गुरुजी महाराज to give this book to me. तो शुक्राना गुरुजी for sending me this book, because I would not have known that 1.5 साल बाद गुरुजी ने मुझे इसी बुक का हिस्सा, बुक रीडिंग का हिस्सा बनाना था. So thank you Rahul uncle for writing such an enlightening book for all of us. So I will start. इस चैप्टर में अंकल ने सबसे पहले जो शुरू किया है, इसमें स्थित प्रज्ञ पुरुष के बारे में बताया है. और लास्ट सेशन में उदय जैना अंकल ने भी इसका बहुत अच्छा डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया था. बट सिंस वी आर कंटिन्यूइंग विद द सेम चैप्टर, आई वुड अगेन टेल कि स्थित प्रज्ञ पुरुष वो होता है जिसकी बुद्धि स्थिर हो और जिसका मन संकल्प विकल्प से रहित होकर परमात्मा का प्रत्यक्ष अनुभव कर चुका हो और जिसने सभी कामनाओं का त्याग किया हो. सो इस जो पहला टॉपिक है आज की रीडिंग में, वो है कंट्रोल ओवर द सेंसेस. सो कंट्रोल ओवर द सेंसेस में गुरुजी आंटी से कहते हैं, डू नॉट हेजिटेट, आई हैव कंट्रोल ओवर माई सेंस ऑर्गन्स मोर देन अ महायोगी. सो गुरुजी के मुख से निकले हुए ये शब्द सत्य के अलावा और कुछ भी नहीं हो सकते. गुरुजी ब्रह्मचारी थे, गुरुजी महायोगी थे, और अपनी तरफ से गुरुजी ने अपनी संगत और शिष्यों के लिए बहुत उच्च स्टैंडर्ड सेट किए हुए थे, ताकि संगत की सभी आंटीज उनके साथ बहुत कंफर्टेबल हो सके, ताकि उनके ऊपर कोई उंगली ना उठा सके. और एक महायोगी अपने में इतना परिपूर्ण होता है कि उसे किसी भी बाहरी स्टिमुलेशन की जरूरत नहीं होती है. और हमारे देश की परंपरा में हमें हजारों, शायद लाखों एग्जाम्पल्स मिलते हैं ब्रह्मचारी योगियों के. ब्रह्मचार्य ब्रह्मचार्य वह है जो हमें ब्रह्म की तरफ ले जाता है. और शिव पुराण और पतंजलि योग सूत्र में इसे अष्टांग योग का एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हिस्सा बताया गया है. सेलिबेसी या ब्रह्मचार्य का महत्व योगियों के लिए इसलिए है क्योंकि इससे आप अपनी एनर्जी कंजर्व कर सकते हैं, ताकि आप ध्यान और समाधि का लक्ष्य पूरा कर सकते हैं. परंतु गुरुजी ने कभी भी अपनी संगत को ब्रह्मचारी होने को नहीं बोला. उन्होंने इतने लोगों को बच्चे ब्लेस किए, शादियां ब्लेस की. क्यों? बिकॉज उनका सृष्टि चक्र में योगदान बहुत बहुत जरूरी था. गुरुजी ने सिर्फ बाद में कुछ अंकल आंटीज को पर्सनली बोला कि 45-50 के बाद प्लीज राइज अबव योर सेक्सुअल डिजायर्स, और जो हस्बैंड वाइफ है वो फ्रेंड्स की तरह रहें. और रघुराय अंकल के सत्संग में भी हमें यही सुनने को मिला कि गुरुजी ने उनको एग्जैक्टली सेम यही चीज बोली जो अंकल ने अपनी बुक में लिखी है. और एक तनुज कपूर आंटी का मैं सत्संग शेयर करूंगी, बिकॉज इस चैप्टर से बहुत ज्यादा रेलेवेंट है. एक बार तनुज कपूर आंटी गुरुजी पब्लिक स्कूल से वापस आ रही थी और गुरुजी टैक्सी ड्राइवर के रूप में उनके पास आए, और गुरुजी ने उनको बहुत बातें बताई, जिसमें 2-3 बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें हैं. एक तो उन्होंने बताया कि नारी शक्ति सब तो प्रबल, और गुरुजी ने उनको ये बताया कि लिव अ लाइफ विच इज मॉरली अपराइट. और उन्होंने कहा कि देवता भी टेम्पटेशंस के भंवर में फंस जाते हैं, इन चीजों से ऊपर उठो और ध्यान करो. सो गुरुजी चाहते थे कि एक बार जब हम सब कुछ उन्होंने हमको दिया है, पूरी बहुत अच्छी लाइफ दी है, बच्चे दिए हैं, जब हमारा वो सृष्टि चक्र में हमारा योगदान पूरा हो जाए तो हम ध्यान की तरफ लगे, हम अपने आप को स्पिरिचुअली अपलिफ्ट करने में लगे. और इसके लिए गुरुजी ने बहुत जरूरी जो बात बताई, जो अंकल ने इस पैराग्राफ में लिखी है, कि 45-50 की उम्र के बाद कुछ कुछ संगत को गुरुजी सलाह देते थे कि सेक्सुअल डिजायर से ऊपर उठे और पति पत्नी फ्रेंड्स की तरह रहें. अब जो हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है, विटिसिज्म ऑफ गुरुजी महाराज, वो आंटी ने बहुत ही प्यारे तरीके से समझा दिया. मैं उसमें सिर्फ 2 चीजें ऐड करूंगी जो अभी 2 दिन पहले ही अनिता कुमार आंटी के सत्संग में उन्होंने बताया. आरएसवीपी एक बार गुरुजी बैठे हुए थे, शादी के कार्ड बांट रहे थे, तो अनिता कुमार आंटी से उन्होंने पूछा, बताओ आरएसवीपी क्या होता है. तो उन्होंने उसका फ्रेंच ट्रांसलेशन बता दिया. तो गुरुजी बोले, रोएंगे सारे व्याह पिछो और सब खिलखिला के हंस दिए. तो आई थिंक गुरुजी सारे वातावरण को बहुत सरल, बहुत सिंपल और बहुत खुशनुमा रखते थे. और जैसे हमने पढ़ा कि गुरुजी मजाक मजाक में बहुत संगतों की पोल भी खोल देते थे. अब हमारा नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है गुरुजी की मौज या लीला. हम सब जानते हैं कि गुरुजी के तरीके अनोखे, हर संगत के लिए अलग तरीके हैं गुरुजी के। गुरुजी सूफी सॉन्ग्स, शबद गुरबानी के बाद सूफी सॉन्ग सुना के सबको एकदम से उनका मूड चेंज कर देते, बिल्कुल पार्टी मोड में ले आते थे। वो कहते थे कि सिर्फ आप ज़्यादा देर ध्यान नहीं कर सकते, उसके बाद आपको नॉर्मल भी होना है, और डांस भी करने को बोलते थे। इससे मुझे एक साउथ इंडियन एक्ट्रेस आंटी का सत्संग याद आता है, जो मैंने सुना था कि उनको एक बार, वो बहुत सुंदर थी और गुरुजी के दरबार में आई और गुरुजी ने उनको डांस करने को बोला, और वो बिना कुछ सोचे बहुत बहुत बिल्कुल तल्लीनता से उन्होंने इतना डांस किया। बाद में एक अंकल ने उनसे पूछा कि आप ऐसे कैसे डांस कर सकते हैं सबके सामने। एंड शी टोल्ड कि जब मैं पहले गुरुजी महाराज के पास आई थी तो मैं चल भी नहीं सकती थी, गुरुजी महाराज ने मुझे डांस करा करा के ही ठीक किया है। सो उनके तरीके हर संगत के लिए अलग, एंड वी जस्ट हैव टू गो विद द फ्लो, वट एवर गुरुजी डिसाइड्स फॉर ईच संगत। अब द टॉपिक आता है मास्टर स्ट्रैटेजिस्ट। सो मास्टर स्ट्रैटेजिस्ट में सबसे पहले आता है कि गुरुजी कैसे संगत के अहंकार को तोड़ते थे। इसके बारे में अर्चना श्रीवास्तव आंटी ने भी 2-3 एग्जाम्पल्स दिए हैं। और जो मुझे ध्यान आ रहा है कि गुरुजी ड्राइवर्स को मालिकों के साथ बिठाते थे ताकि उनका अहंकार टूटे, ताकि उनको ये विश्वास हो कि सब लोग गुरुजी के दरबार में सब इक्वल है। और अभी भी बड़े मंदिर में आप किसके साथ बैठकर लंगर करते हैं, जब 4 की थाली शेयर होती है, वो हम नहीं डिसाइड करते संगत जी, वो गुरुजी महाराज डिसाइड करते हैं। इसका पूरा कंट्रोल गुरुजी अपने ऊपर रखते हैं। और गुरुजी सब स्टाफ को इतना रिस्पेक्ट और इतना प्यार देते हैं, अभी भी देते हैं, हर सत्संग में देते हैं कि ही इज सेटिंग द स्टैंडर्ड्स फॉर इक्वालिटी फॉर ऑल हिज संगत। क्योंकि हमारे गुरुजी महाराज एक प्रैक्टिकल गुरु थे, तो पहले उन्होंने सबको अपने आप ये करके दिखाया कि मेरे लिए सब बराबर हैं, ताकि हम भी उनको फॉलो करें और हमारे जीवन में जो भी लोग आते हैं, जो हमारा स्टाफ होता है, उसको हम रिस्पेक्ट दे, प्यार दे, उनकी हेल्प करते रहे। तो ये गुरुजी महाराज ने हमारे लिए बहुत ऊंचे स्टैंडर्ड सेट कर दिए हैं। और वो चाहते थे कि हम काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, अहंकार की 5 पौड़ियां चढ़ के उनके पास आए। और गुरुजी ने पंक्चुअलिटी के बारे में बताया, उससे मुझे सबीना कोछड़ आंटी की एक लाइन याद आती है, आंटी यू आर लेट। बिकॉज गुरुजी ने उनको बता दिया कि तुम मेरे पास लेट आई हो, मेरे पास आने से पहले तुम ये काम करके आई हो। और हम सब जानते हैं कि अगर हम गुरुजी महाराज के सत्संग में पहुंचते हैं तो हमें टाइम से पहले पहुंचना चाहिए। पर बाकी गुरुजी महाराज जानते हैं, आजकल गुरुजी महाराज इतने सत्संग अटेंड कराते हैं और इतना काम भी करना होता है सबको, ऑफिस भी देखना है, घर भी देखना है, घर के बड़ों को भी देखना है। तो गुरुजी महाराज जानते हैं कि किसको कब किस टाइम पे पहुंचना है। अब नेक्स्ट टॉपिक जो अंकल ने बुक में लिखा है वो क्लेanलीनेस के बारे में है। इसके बारे में अंकल ने भी बहुत अच्छी डिस्क्रिप्शन दी है। और हमें भी पता है कि गुरुजी महाराज के दरबार में ब्लेसिंग लेने के लिए हमें अपनी पात्रता बढ़ानी है, और इसके लिए गुरुजी ने सफाई पे बहुत जोर दिया है, हमारे तन की सफाई और हमारे मन की सफाई। ये संत रविदास जी की पंक्तियां हैं जो गुरुजी ने बोली थी, मन चंगा ते नलके दा पानी भी गंगा। सो मन, मन क्या है? थॉट्स, मन में इतनी थॉट्स आती हैं। और आजकल एवरीवन इज टॉकिंग अबाउट द पावर ऑफ थॉट्स, पावर ऑफ पॉजिटिविटी, पावर ऑफ मैनिफेस्टेशन। और ये बात गुरुजी ने बहुत पहले सिखा दी थी कि पॉजिटिव सोचा करो, पॉजिटिव सोचा करो, मतलब कि हमारे पॉजिटिव सोचने थे, हमारे आसपास की वाइब्रेशंस पॉजिटिव होंगी, अर्थ की वाइब्रेशंस पॉजिटिव होंगी, लीडिंग टू अ वेरी पॉजिटिव फ्यूचर। और शिव पुराण में तो पावर ऑफ थॉट से ही सबका जन्म होता है, सृष्टि चक्र ही पावर ऑफ थॉट से चलता है। अगर आप शिव पुराण पढ़ेंगे तो हर चैप्टर में आपको ये पढ़ने को और सुनने को मिलेगा कि पावर ऑफ थॉट से पूरी सृष्टि चलाते हैं परमात्मा। अब नेक्स्ट टॉपिक है हमारा सत्संग ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, जो गुरुजी महाराज अपने चोले में रहते हुए उन्होंने कैसे किए। बट आज का टाइम अलग है, और गुरुजी महाराज जब चोला छोड़ चुके हैं तो सत्संग कैसे ऑर्गेनाइज हो रहे हैं संगत जी? बिल्कुल एक एक चीज गुरुजी की मर्जी से हो रही है। अब हम लास्ट टॉपिक पे आते हैं, कंसर्न फॉर मार्जिनलाइज्ड पीपल। अर्चना आंटी ने भी इसके बहुत अच्छे अच्छे हमें एग्जाम्पल्स दिए। और आज की डेट में हमें इतने संगतें हैं जिनके स्टाफ के बारे में इतने सत्संग सुनने को मिलते हैं कि गुरुजी महाराज ने आके ड्राइवर को ब्लेस किया, मेड्स को ब्लेस किया। अभी मैं एक संगत आंटी के ड्राइवर अंकल है, भोला अंकल, अभी उनका सत्संग मैंने सुना कि उनको इंटेस्टाइन की सर्जरी करानी थी, सफदरजंग हॉस्पिटल जाना था, पर उससे पहले ही, एक रात पहले ही गुरुजी ने ड्रीम में आके उनका ऑपरेशन कर दिया और उनकी सर्जरी को टाल दिया। और बहुत सत्संग में मैंने सुना कि गुरुजी महाराज ने जोत में आके, आंटी से पहले जोत में आके मेड्स को दर्शन दिए, और जो घर का एक एक स्टाफ है वो ब्लेस होता है। और सबकी जिंदगी तो गुरुजी महाराज ने बहुत अच्छी की है, पर हमारे सबके हाथ भी पकड़े हुए हैं। जो मुश्किल टाइम आता है उसमें गुरुजी सबके साथ रहते हैं कि मैं हूँ, तुम अपने कार्मिक अकाउंट्स क्लियर करो, हॉस्पिटल्स जाओ, अपना इलाज कराओ, सर्जरी कराओ और ठीक हो जाओ। सो थैंक यू राहुल अंकल फॉर राइटिंग सच एन एनलाइटनिंग बुक, एंड ओवर टू यू राहुल अंकल नाउ।
जय गुरु जी। गुरु जी के चरण कमल में सादर प्रणाम। जुड़े हुए सारे संगत को हार्दिक अभिनंदन और नमस्कार। आज जो चैप्टर 7 है, चैप्टर 7 का जो थीम था द ह्यूमन फैसेट्स ऑफ गुरु जी, उसका सेकंड सेशन चल रहा है। एंड दोनों जो रीडर कम एनालिस्ट अर्चना श्रीवास्तव जी और अनुज मारवा आंटी, बोथ अपने तरीके से और अच्छे ढंग से इसके एनालिसिस किए। एक चीज मेरे को बहुत पसंद आया कि जब अर्चना आंटी बोले कि इस चैप्टर में गुरुजी को हम जो देखे हैं, अनुभव किए हैं, we felt like he is like us, but he is beyond us. That is the main theme of this chapter. Though he has exhibited the kind of characteristics and the traits which anybody will think that he is like an ordinary human being, but behind it there is a significant connotation. एक चीज तो अर्चना आंटी ने भी बड़े तरीके से बताया कि गुरुजी के सिस्टम में there was nothing like a rigidity, a ritualistic prescription कि you should do this way, that way. He was like it is like a customized spiritual pathway for each and every person. So that's why somewhere if we have said कि Guruji used to do these kind of things, or Guruji allowed to us to perform certain kind of things during Empire State or in Bade Mandir days, or even prior to that in Jalandhar, Chandigarh, Panchkula days. Those are specific to the days or specific to the person. That should not be prescribed as a rigid practice to be followed by everybody. For example, the dance functions or the dances after the major functions in Bade Mandir or occasionally in Empire State. Those are Guruji's modes, Guruji's lila. That does not imply that each and every satsang should be followed by the same. So this is the takeaway from the analysis today. Again, I'll go back to the first paragraph of the preface, which will amply clarify the present theme. I will read it out. Humanity does not come across highly spiritual sages, avatars, or Puran gurus quite often. Even if there is one, very few people recognize him or her as an enlightened soul. As Nitin Joshi, a devotee of Guruji says, ये नितिन जोशी का अपना डिस्क्रिप्शन है जो कि डिविनिटी ऑफ लाइट से लिया गया है. I will read it out. If you could penetrate the worldly facade, we have rightly said this chapter as a human facet. If you could penetrate the worldly facade he presents, if your gaze can see beyond it to him, then you shall be blessed with an all-encompassing shelter. Guruji's mannerism and speech are such that they make us believe that he is just like us. They are part of his facade until the gravity of what he says sinks in. It takes a while for that understanding to develop. So if we have described in this chapter the human facets of Guruji, and those are the facets to make you feel ease in his presence, so that you should not have a distance between Guru and yourself. To make you ease, but behind that veil, he also hinted so many times that you should find the real spiritual implications of all what is happening around. And he was always guiding us कि आप असल चीज realize करो. So that is why, but even if you do not impose a definite persona of Guruji, कि he is a divinity incarnate, you take him as a superior human being, having all the superior or godly qualities, then this chapter also will guide you to what kind of a marvelous personality he was. Taking care of the marginalized people. For example, we have now in the social media and otherwise full of satsangs of people, but these are the satsangs of people who can utilize the technology, the modern technology, the social media. How many of us have approached the marginalized people whose names have been mentioned in this chapter? Or there are many others whose names I could not remember, or I may not have come across them. Those are the people who rendered selfless service to Guruji. And they have n number of satsangs with them. So my advice, my request is also to all the platforms, please reach out to them. They may not know how to operate a Zoom satsang. They don't know how to do a Zoom recording. Somebody should go to them and make them comfortable, try to find out their satsangs about Guruji. That will be a rich literature or rich kind of record about Guruji. For example, Sudama. Where is Sudama? How many people have approached him to record his recordings? Sagan, unfortunately, is not there. There are other people like Dharmaraj or the Sevadars, the names I have taken. So these are some names I have mentioned, but there are other people too. I will describe one satsang. I had it a couple of days back in a satsang here. There was a god, I believe it may be in front of the Empire State. वो उस दिन थोड़ा जल्दी घर जाने के लिए उतावला होता था। द रीजन बीइंग कि उसका बेटी का बर्थडे था, बट आई बिलीव द रिप्लेसमेंट फॉर द गॉड डिड नॉट कम, इसलिए उसको ज्यादा देर रोकना पड़ा। तो जो संगत जाते थे या somebody overheard, he was complaining कि यहाँ तो मौज चल रहा है, गुरु जी के सत्संग चल रहा है, गुरु जी के पास अपने संगत आते हैं, मेरा आज बेटी की बर्थडे है, I cannot go. Somehow this was known to Guruji. I don't know what is the manner he knew about it, but after the majority of Sangat left, he ordered two of the Sangat, जाओ गार्ड को पूछो उसका घर किधर है और गाड़ी लेके जाओ, उनके परिवार के सारे बंदे को, उसकी बेटी को लेके आओ और आते वक्त एक केक लेके आना। So dutifully those Sangat, they complied with that order. They brought the cake, brought the daughter of the god and his family members, and in Empire State, the birthday of the god's daughter was celebrated. That is our Guruji. And Guruji ke samne banda, the god, he was overwhelmed by the gesture of a Guruji. So Guruji was like that. एक वेंडर के बारे में बताया गया, अर्चना आंटी ने बताया, और चैप्टर 3 में एक चंडीगढ़ का वेंडर के बारे में बताया गया है। तो ये जो चीज है, गुरुजी was taking care of each and everybody in the society, whoever has devotion for him or even without that. It is like the sun rays that falls on each and every surface, irrespective whether it is the drain or it is a beautiful garden. The sun rays or the sun does not discriminate among people. There is a reference most of the time during even olden days when Guruji was in Empire State, some people will say कि यहाँ तो बड़े बड़े लोग आते हैं, कार में आते हैं, ये गुरुजी के भगत हैं. That is not true. The intention of mentioning the last part of this chapter is that Guruji was always for all and everybody. And it has been rightly said also, he takes care of the egos and the kind of intentions of the so-called rich and powerful and put them to their places. So with this, I conclude. Again, I thank everybody, including the Sangha, Archana, Srivastava aunty, Anuja Marwa aunty, and the Vasan uncle and his team in the multilingual satsang team. Thank you very much. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, thank you so much. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji Maharaj. Shukrana, Guruji, for blessing us today with another fruitful session today. Thank you, Archana Aunty. Thank you, Anuja Aunty. And thank you, Raul Uncle. संगत जी, अब इसी के साथ हम गुरु महाराज से आज्ञा लेंगे। शुक्राना गुरुजी।